live here with the 2008 NASCAR mock season. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today, and we are going to go ahead and start by capping off last time we did mock. Kevin Harvick would get Chevrolet their first win at Las Vegas Speedway, and currently, I haven't done points for Vegas. Yikes. Okay. So let me go do points for Vegas super quick. I need to go do these points like ASAP. Okay, let me actually fix this in my spreadsheet. There we go. Reset. There we go. Perfect. So I gotta go do points super quick to get the actual 100% points. Because we are doing the 2007 points format. The top 12 will make the chase. And I don't know how many of these races I'm going to do today. I feel like I should do a ton. But, I mean, that's just me. I kind of wish that... Yeah, Daytona, Auto Club, and then Vegas. Date modified. Yep, here we go. I don't know why it puts Auto Club ahead. Yeah, date modified. I guess because it's... Yeah, okay, whatever. It's a capital A. So, currently the point standings as of Vegas is Jeff Burton has a 10-point lead over Carl Edwards. And we've had a total of 44 cars, Control C. 44 cars have tried to make a start this season in the points. So it's Burton, Edwards, Johnson, Harvick, Junior. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So we get the full name through. Okay, so the current top 12 in points, David Regan sits in the... Actually, Hamlin is in because of Win. I'm pretty sure Win locked you... No, maybe it didn't. I don't remember 2007 points all that often. But, yeah, I think... Yeah, I think a Win pretty much locked you. So Hamlin's sitting 14th in points right now. So we're about to head to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I know, sorry, it's taking forever. But we're heading to Atlanta this week. My game is going to take forever to load because I just went through 82 laps at Atlanta Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're ready for some high-paced NASCAR action. We are live. Going to go ahead and just, accelerate qualifying. I thought about doing an idea where I actually went off the starting grid of 2008. If you guys would like to see that, I can totally do that. Because Carl Edwards has been on the pole every week. So, Carl Edwards is on the pole unless you guys want to actually see. Let's see who is actually... I'm going to open this real quick. I want to see who is actually the pole sitter for Atlanta 2008. Are you seeing reference? Here we go. So Kyle Busch won this race. Actually, this was his first win of 2008. Was this race. And is there a starting grid for this race? I'm going to say not. Failed to qualify were Ken Schrader, Bill Elliott, Johnny Benson, Bernie Lamar, and John Andretti. So, Junior qualified on the pole for this race. IRL. And it said, who was the cars that missed this field actually in 2008? Schrader, Elliott, Benson, Lamar, and Andretti. Let's see. Wow, actually, Bill Elliott missed the field. The 21 car. Oh, Marcus Ambrose is in the car this week. He qualified 41st. And Jacques Villeneuve, for some reason, is in the car this week. But, live and die by the rando of Mach. So, let's go ahead and get the cars on the track. Here at the lovely Atlanta Motor Speedway. As we said earlier, Carl Edwards is on the pole. Also, I have my NR so I can read chat. So, if you guys want to ask questions or anything, go ahead and do it. Because I'm going to be reading chat. I don't know how many of these races I'm going to do today. But Carl Edwards on the pole. Then it's Kyle Busch, who actually won his first race of the 2008 IRL season here. Okay, I need to get that off the screen. And then it's Burton, Harvick, Kenseth, Biffle, Regan, Martin, Gordon, Hamlin, Johnson, and Jr. And Stewart, Boyer. And the green flag is out, and we're racing here at Atlanta in 2008. So hope everyone's having a great day before the 4th of July, man. 4th of July weekend. Not even a weekend, but it's the 4th of July is on a Wednesday this year. I'm so used to the 4th of July being on a weekend. Like, it's crazy. Here comes Jeff Burton under Kyle Busch for second. Burton and Carl Edwards have sort of been dominating this season so far. Burton is the points leader. Oh, we got a crash. Caution is out. Oh, Jesus. Michael McDowell and Marcus Ambrose. Is that Marcus Ambrose? Oh, Marcus Ambrose is in 2 cars. Yikes, we can't have that. I can fix it in the export and say Bill Elliott. No, let's definitely not have Marcus Ambrose in 2 cars. See, when you do videos of like this, you can definitely fix all this. When you live stream it, it does a little different. Let's see if there's 2 of somebody else. Actually, new pole setter is Kyle Busch. As you can see, the whole roster is swapped. Let's see if there's anybody double.
Drivers, to your car.
Bill Elliott is in the 21. Okay, let's see. Anybody? Junior, Allmendinger, Vickers, Nemechek, Cornish, Riggs, Waltrip, Johnson, Ambrose, Labonte, Ruderman, Labonte, Montoya, Sorensen, Gillen, Burton, Harvick, Quapple, Villeneuve, McMurray, Gordon, Blaney, Elliott, Stewart, Sadler, Kyle Busch, Kenseth. I don't see anyone in dual cars this race, so we're good. So here we go. Cars are going to come on the racetrack. We had to fix that. Sorry about that. Little hiccup. Green flag is in the air. Kyle Busch will lead us to the green here at Atlanta for race 2 or the redo. So Kyle Busch will lead Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, and Kevin Harvick. Harvick won last week at Las Vegas. Biffle right there. Edwards going to second already. Kyle Busch leads through 3. Coming to the stripe. Kyle Busch will lead lap number 1 of 82 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Edwards moves to second. Biffle will battle with Jeff Gordon here for the 3rd position. Here comes Tony Stewart under Kevin Harvick. Denny Hamlin making a charge, the 500 winner. Get a big push from Mark Martin. Hamlin gets Toyota their first ever NASCAR Sprint Cup win. Caution is out on the speedway, and it looks like it's Joe Nemechek in the 78 with a lot of damage. Let's see what happened to old front row Joe. Oh yeah, Joe's got a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh, man, they were wrecking all the way to 3. Oh, Jimmy Johnson involved with Michael Waltrip, Scott Riggs, and David Gilliland. Looks like Terry Labonte. Is that Terry in the 45 this week? Yep, Terry Labonte involved. Scott Riggs involved. McDowell. Kurt Busch might have even got a little piece of that. Kurt Busch, the 2004 Nextel Cup champ. Might have got. Actually, Kurt Busch is going to get through this unscathed. What a drive by Kurt. It's pretty bad that he's in the back, but you know he's out here doing things. Oh wow, Junior having a long pit stop. Ooh, who's in the 28? Travis Quapple, Discount Tire on board this week. Get you back to the front of the field. Was any positions gained or lost? There's 2 Labontes and 2 Gordons. Huh? Oh, it's Robbie Gordon. And Bobby and Terry. I hate you so much. That actually made me kind of freak out. So Kyle Busch is your race leader. Then it's Biffle. Biffle actually made some ground on pit road, past Gordon. Then it's Edwards, Hamlin, the 500 winner. Stewart, Kane, Menard. Paul Menard running top 10 in that DEI equipment. Then it's Burton, Harvick, Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Kenseth, Reagan, Boyer, Truex, Vickers, Mears, Newman, Dave Blaney in the 22. What's on this card? Bad Boy Mowers on board. Well, Dave Blaney this week, 21st. Then it's Allmendinger, McMurray, Ruderman, Ambrose, Sadler, Sorensen, Montoya, Regan Smith, Travis Quapple, Michael Waltrip, Bill Elliott Jr. is 32nd. And it's Hornish, Jock Villeneuve, don't know why he's racing this week. Kurt Busch, Robbie Gordon, Michael McDowell, Scott Riggs, Jimmy Johnson, Terry, David Gilliland, and Joe Nemechek, who is destroyed. We're going to go ahead and get you back here. We're going to get back to green flag. Lights on the pace car are off. Back straight away. Here we go. Pace car leaving the track. Retirement work. Yeah, pretty much. Looks like it. Kyle Busch will lead us down to the green flag. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Busch leads. Junior struggled. Actually, Junior led. Junior was the pole sitter of this actual race, IRL 2008. And he led from lap 1 to 39. That's definitely not happened today. It's Kyle Busch looking to actually be the first repeat winner. Unless did Carl Edwards win Vegas? I have to go look. Who won Vegas? Actually, Harvick won Vegas. But actually, look at Biffle battling with Kyle Busch. Maybe the only battle we'll see today is the Roush Fords versus the Joe Gibbs Toyotas. Look who's making a big charge. Casey Kane in that Evernham Dodge. I don't know if they were Gillette Evernham by this time. I think they were maybe Gillette Evernham. Y'all remember that, the Gillette Evernham deal. Battle for the race lead, Greg Biffle, Kyle Busch. Biffle's going to take the lead on lap number 9 here at Atlanta. Here comes Burton and Edwards, the dominators so far of the season. Burton leading the championship so far. David Reagan sitting in the transfer spot in 12. But man, Biffle will take the race lead over Kyle Busch. Then it's Tony Stewart, Edwards, Kenseth, Burton and Boyer battling here for the 6th position. And then it's Gordon, Kane, Harvick battling here with Mark Martin. Denny Hamlin back here. Big moves. Brian Vickers, man, had a good run at Daytona. Had to pit because he had a flat tire. Was having a good car last time we did a mock, which was Vegas, which Harvick won, and had something go wrong with the car, and he had to pull in about lap 15 and setting the pits the rest of the race. So Vickers sort of having a decent year if he can keep the car intact. Truex right here, battling 14th. And there's Newman, Regan, currently sitting 12th in points right now in the final spot of the chase. Then it is Bobby Labonte. Yo, Junior has made up a ton of track position. Wasn't he 32nd? Or was I seeing somebody else in 32nd? 88, bad fast. Here comes Jimmy as well. Jimmy Johnson ran down Harvick at Vegas. Could not get the job done. Now running in the back. McMurray really struggling. That's a weird one to see back there. Sadler struggling. Blaney. Well, Blaney's supposed to. Kurt Busch is another weird one way back here. Really no one else back here that shouldn't be back here. Get you back to the front of the field. Kyle Busch trying to make a pass on the outside of Greg Biffle. Actually, Kyle Busch was the leader. Biffle and Carl Edwards going to the inside. It's going to be Roush 1-2 here at Atlanta. Here's Kenseth actually showing up. So it might be Roush 1-2-3 coming to the stripe. Going to be a drag race. Biffle will continue to be the race leader. Carl Edwards, man, would love to go ahead and get 2 wins on the season. Oh, Kyle Busch. Yikes. Up close to the rear bumper of Greg Biffle. Look at Kenseth rolling it real high. So they all pitted on the first caution. Every car pitted on the first caution. So that means they probably won't have to pit until like lap. Oh, caution is out on the speedway. We have a crash. Casey Kane and Ryan Newman. Scott Riggs involved. Oh, no. Kevin Harvick. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Terry Labonte. No. Oh, Jesus. Oh, why? Oh, no. Kevin Harvick and a terrible crash has happened here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jacques Villeneuve, Michael McDowell, Terry Labonte, Bobby Labonte, Kevin Harvick. Horrifying crash here at Atlanta. Let's go take a look at what happened. That's the safety of these car tomorrows. Harvick had a problem. Actually, they were wrecking. Oh, man. They were actually wrecking for a while. This was for 15th. Looks like Casey Mears gets into Kane. That gets into Newman. And around Newman and Kane go hard into the wall. That's a huge hit. Mears gets a lot of air in the Hendrick number 5. Harvick already broke pretty much. So something happens up here to Bobby Labonte. Oh, Bobby's going to hit Casey Mears. Oh, Regan Smith. Holy wreck avoidance. And then there's where Harvick gets clobbers. Bobby. And then gets hit by Montoya, which jacked the car into the air. And then he gets hit by Robbie Gordon on the other side. That car goes up for an over for a tumble. Terry Labonte. No brakes on the Petty Enterprises cars at all. Just rolling them. Michael McDowell comes through wide open. And he just hit Harvick hard in the front end. And look at the rear end of Harvick's car take air. Look at that, folks. And I believe Harvick gets hit again. Oh, he was pretty close to get hit right there. I don't think, maybe, does he get hit again? No, he doesn't. So a big crash has taken place here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Joe Nemechek trying to get on the lead lap. He probably didn't pit, I think. We'll see. Has he pitted? No, he's not. So cars out of the race. Harvick, Bobby Labonte, Casey Kane Newman, Mears, Montoya, Terry Labonte, Scott Riggs had an oil line break when he hit McDowell, Villeneuve, and David Gilliland are all out of the Atlanta 500, ladies and gentlemen. So, while we're under this caution, you guys got any questions you want to ask? That was actually a terrifying crash, to be honest. Now I'm gonna have to. Now I'm gonna have to think of something. That was awful. Luckily, we're not using the old cars, or Harvick would be seriously injured, pretty much. Because, I mean, he got hit like 7 times at, like, top speed. So, Harvick, luckily it's a COT. We'll just go along and he's fine. The rest of the field's fine. Terry and Bobby might need to retire. Jesus. Terry, especially. Never hit the brake. Is the lights on pace car off? Actually, did the cars pit? That's a good question. Did everyone come down to pit road? Yeah, they did. So all of our leaders have pitted. Edwards is your leader. Then it's Kenseth, Stewart, Boyer, Gordon, Burton, Biffle, Truex, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, David Regan, Mark Martin, Jr., Marcus Ambrose, Jimmy Johnson, Ruderman, Allmendinger, Elliott, Vickers. Vickers lost a lot of positions. Smith, Sadler, Kurt Busch, Hornish, Menard lost a lot of spots too in that pit, going down pit road. But right now it's going to be Nemechek and Gordon leading the front, as Joe Nemechek is tail end of the lead lap and Robbie Gordon is 1 lap down. Technically, both of these cars are now on the tail end of the lead lap, since Robbie is actually ahead of the 99. So we have 2 cars on the tail end of the lead lap. How is lead lap traffic going to get with lap traffic here, ladies and gentlemen, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway? Here we come. Green flag is back in the air. Carl Edwards is going to push Nemechek by Robbie Gordon. Look at Jeff Gordon going to the inside of Boyer, 3 wide. Now they're all going to be stuck behind Joe Nemechek except Carl Edwards. Edwards on the outside bringing Boyer with him. Jr. and Kyle Busch are stuck behind Robbie Gordon. Carl Edwards has gotten by Joe Nemechek. Nemechek's going to pull up in front of Truex and Regan to let the rest of the field try to go by. But Carl Edwards now with a pretty big gap. Fix your AI. They're fixed. They're based on 2008. 3 wide back here between Kenseth, Stewart, and Gordon. Jeff Gordon would love to win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, baby, a triple. Kenseth right up against the wall. Biffle will move to second. There's a lot of smoke in turn 1, but no caution. And I'm thinking it was Regan Smith. Let's go see what happened to Regan Smith in turn 1. Driving for DEI this season. Oh, Regan gets turned by Quapple and gets into Kurt Busch. Oh, Kurt Busch, Bill Elliott. Don't know how that was not a yellow flag, folks. Regan Smith is on dead tires. 33s. Just ran a 30.6. The leader's running 27 4s. Biffle trying to run down teammate Carl Edwards here at Atlanta. Carl wanting to try to be the first driver to win multiple races here in 2008. Then you have it's Roush. Then you have RCR with Boyer and Burton. Then you have DEI with Martin. Gibbs with Stewart. Then it's Hendrick, Roush, Hendrick. Look at Jimmy Johnson. Started deep in the field. Actually was almost involved in the first incident. And now he's up here to the top 10. This race ain't over. Jimmy Johnson might have something to say about who wins here at Atlanta. David Regan starting to make a charge. Kyle Busch. Another car who started deep in the field. Junior trying to make his way to the top 10. Battling with former teammate Martin Truex Jr. Brian Vickers going to make it 3 wide. It's a battle of the energy drinks in a Bass Pro. Man, right now, Jimmy Johnson, I believe, is the fastest car on the racetrack. Move out of the way, Tony Stewart. Jimmy Johnson's on the way to the front. It looks like a lot like last week at Vegas, man. Jimmy Johnson was all up on the chip at Vegas and was completely flying to the front. If he had had 2 more laps, he would have passed Harvick and won at Vegas. Next car he has to catch is Boyer. It's going to be Boyer and Martin. That would get him to the top 5. Actually, the fastest car right now is Jeff Burton, or actually Jimmy. Oh, they're going to catch lap traffic. Jeff Burton driving it to the inside. Splitting, going by Biffle. And Jeff Burton, with that move, will take the race lead here at Atlanta. What a move to get by. Regan Smith going to hold up Martin and Boyer. Ooh, Tony Stewart. Not probably going to be very happy with Regan Smith. Smith going to try to move up out of the way. Going to get in front of Kyle Busch. Really can't do that much. As now Burton battles with Edwards for the race lead. Edwards wants it back. Burton takes it. Carl Edwards going to go back to the race lead. As they all are worried about this 48. Jimmy Johnson is on a charge. They pitted at lap 20. I don't expect them to be back down pit road until like lap 60. 40 laps probably on the tank of Sunoco Racing Field. Burton gonna try to go by Edwards again as they're catching Robbie Gordon. So they've caught more lap traffic. Oh, the lap traffic's actually gonna help Carl Edwards, even though Edwards is in the worst lane. Mark Martin still running the top. Actually, Mark Martin maybe will jump all the way to second. Martin going to take it to the really outside lane to try to take second from Jeff Burton. Which has gave a huge lead now to Carl Edwards. Edwards has got almost a second lead, as the next car they will catch is Jeff Burton. Or not Jeff Burton, they will catch Joe Nemechek. Yes, I would definitely flip the table if I was these leaders. Heading all this lap traffic. Edwards right now, seriously going to try to be the first multiple time winner in 2008. Burton, points leader, trying to increase the points lead. Biffle looking for a good run. Here comes Johnson. If you're a fan of Jimmy Johnson, here he comes. That will move Johnson into the 4th position. Stewart sitting 7th. Battle for 8th here between Gordon and David Regan. Here's Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, that's a weird one. Kyle Busch has had a car at the beginning of the race that could run with the Roush cars. Now he's sitting back here in 10th. Battling for 10th with Junior and Vickers. Burton actually looks like he's running a little bit higher. Maybe going to try a new line to run down Carl Edwards. We'll see what happens when pit stops take place. They all pitted at lap 20. That's when our caution was. Let's see what happens here in about, I think, lap 60. They'll pit, maybe early 50s. Burton and Biffle running back down Carl Edwards. I don't know if it's me, but it does look like Jimmy Johnson has gotten slower. As if the long run, he does not have a long run race car. Edwards running some slow lap times in front of Burton and Biffle. Burton to the, maybe gonna make it look. Nope. Burton gonna ride her, actually right there behind Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards right now has the most laps led award this season. Burton to the inside. Jeff Burton is going to go take the race lead once again here at Atlanta. Like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, IRL 2008 winner was Kyle Busch. So we're almost halfway through the race. And we've seen some big crashes. And we've seen the Roush cars continue to dominate. Especially with Edwards and Biffle up front. Kenseth was up front earlier. Regan is now up front. Kenseth actually back here battling for a 10th spot. The battle between 10th is pretty stacked right now. It's Kyle Busch, Truex, Hamlin, Vickers, Junior, and Kenseth. All battling for a top 10. Good run here for David Rudiman. Sitting right outside the top 15. If he gets a good little pit stop here, he could actually maybe gain some position. Maybe move up inside that top 10. Right now, Biffle is battling here with his teammate Carl Edwards. Biffle thinks he's got something that he can run down Jeff Burton with. Here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Burton is sort of the man right now. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go do a Fox Crank It Up. So we will be back here with audio or commentary in just a moment. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, just in time for green flag pit stops. Biffle will bring Martin, Burton, and Johnson, Stewart, Regan, Kenseth Jr., and Rudeman all down to pit road for what will either be final pit stops or the first or another batch pit stops. Edwards, Gordon already in. Ooh, Martin's gonna get hung out by his teammate. Who is gonna win the race off pit lane? It's gonna be Biffle, Johnson, Martin, Stewart, Regan, Burton, and Jr. Wow, Burton with a bad pit stop. And with all correlation, I think Carl Edwards will be our race leader. Yes, he will. Edwards sitting 6th ahead of Greg Biffle. So it's going to be Edwards, Biffle, Johnson, Martin, and Gordon. That'll be our top 5. And Edwards has been running this outside lane. Actually, Biffle is all over the bottom of the track still. Edwards still leads here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He's actually pulling away from Jimmy Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. You gonna see a little black or just a pause right now? Okay, so these cars, Edwards should be on pit road on lap 74. Jimmy should be on pit road lap 75. And then we got some cars that's should be on pit road lap 76, such as Boyer, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch way back dropped to 16th. Kyle Busch could save maybe some fuel. 76 to 82. I mean, he still might have to come down pit road. But I think that's the better option, is to try to save some gas. Allmendinger, it's up to 18th. Good run for AJ. Travis Quapple running 13th. And what do we tell you about David Rudeman? If he can have a good pit stop, he might get up here and crack the top 10. And boy, has he done it. Running 11th, he's right up here in this battle for the top 10. I don't think they're in the battle for the race lead. Kurt Busch will go a lap down, him and Bill Elliott. They did have a little incident 20 laps ago. Edwards has a 2.2 second lead over Jimmy Johnson. And that's what the lap of fresh tires will get you. About a 2-second lead here at Atlanta. Now, if you're Carl Edwards, right now you got a 2.5-second lead almost. You can start to save a little Sunoco race fuel. Especially with your competition back here battling, but like Jimmy and Greg are doing. Save a little Sunoco fuel. Keep that number 99 ahead. You might have to pit a lap later, but you pit with all your competition. Unless you're talking about Kyle Busch, who pitted a whole extra lap after. Truex battling for the top 15. This battle for second has continued to heat up as Edwards still leads by 2 seconds. He can actually start to slow his pace down, 28.1. He's actually running about the same pace as his teammate, Greg Biffle. Biffle, probably not the happiest. I thought I seen some smoke in 3. Yes, we did not see smoke in turn 3. Ladies and gentlemen. But looks like Jimmy Johnson ran a 28.1, 28.2. Actually, Edwards is running faster laps. If I'm Bob Osborne on the 99 box, I'm telling him, you could slow your pace down. Save us some fuel, brother. Right on board here with Carl Edwards. Next 2 cars he's going to lap are Robbie and Joe Nemechek. So 2 cars that's already 1 lap down. The next 2 cars will be Sorensen and Hornish. Let's give a shout out here to Dave Blaney. He was involved in the wreck with Harvick down the back straightaway on lap 20. Still up here running 24th. Michael Waltrip sitting 22nd. Menard sitting 21st. 20th Sadler. And it's AJ Allmendinger, McMurray, Vickers, Quapple, Hamlin, Kyle Busch battling. Junior cracked the top 10. Actually, a pass for position right here. Clint Boyer has gotten around Jeff Gordon for the 5th spot. Jimmy and Edwards just ran the same lap last time by. Edwards now in lap traffic. Edwards going to get through that lap traffic with ease. So like we said, lap 74 is when they should pit. So 10 laps from now. Does anyone come in and short pit? Say a Johnson comes in short pits, get fresher tires, come in here and set some really quick laps. Gain a lot of time. I'm saying if you're Kyle Busch, that would definitely be the strategy I would go for. You're sitting 15th, almost 10 seconds out of the lead. Actually 11 seconds out. Come in and get 4 tires now. Go out there and rip some laps. Maybe get out ahead of them. After they pit, be ahead by 2 or 3 seconds. You won't have to pit again, but your tires are going to be wore out, and they might catch you near the end of the race. A car, though, that's actually starting to make a march through the field is Clint Boyer. He is running laps similar to our race leader. Boyer will catch more lap traffic. Johnson and Biffle are continuing the battle as Carl Edwards has set sail in the Aflac Ford. You just can't make a mistake on your final pit stop. You make a mistake, it's game over. It's race over. If you make a mistake on that final pit stop, Johnson and Biffle will battle. Could be back-to-back second place finishes for Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy and Biffle battling, and that's really is what let Carl Edwards get this huge gap. Is because they pitted a lap after Carl, which let Carl get a second lead on them, and then they've sat here and just battled with each other. Biffle will run fast, then Johnson will run fast. Biffle will run fast, Johnson will run fast. And what that's really done, it has really messed their strategy up. Boyer is actually running these two down. Boyer's running laps faster than a race leader. Can Boyer be the spoiler? We're going to see right here, he ran a 28.8. Boyer is gaining time on Carl Edwards. It's probably too little too late. Actually, a car that's even faster than Boyer right now is Burton. A 29.0. Wow. Boyer definitely trying to gain on Carl Edwards. Looks like we're getting close to the pit cycle. We said 74 was going to be when they would pit. We're at 72. Does Carl Edwards pit this time, or does he stay out a couple? Boyer once again quick. Clint Boyer might be the car that could get up here and maybe do something with Carl Edwards. Edwards did not pit that time by. Boyer again fast. He's almost cracked this down to under 4 seconds. I'm believing Edwards will pit this time. 74 was the call that we made. Yes. Exactly to the number 74. Carl Edwards is in. And I believe he's the only car coming in. Now this is where you have to run your best lap. If you're Clint Boyer, you were gaining on Carl Edwards. You have to run fast here. You have to run your qualifying lap. Jimmy and Biffle are not going to catch. Look at Boyer. He's going to actually run an extra lap. So is Burton Jr. and wow, some cars are actually running extra laps. Kyle Busch, we said, should pit. This should be the lap Kyle Busch pits. Kyle Busch could stay out and try to win this thing if he has saved enough Sunoco racing fuel. Boyer has got Edwards one lap down. Boyer not pitting again. Boyer will stay out an extra lap. Regan staying out. Kyle Busch is going to stay out. Him and Hamlin. So Boyer staying out again. Has to be on fumes. Now Carl Edwards been out 2 extra laps. You can see he's gotten by Johnson. But you can see how far ahead Boyer is. Boyer will have to pit. Hamlin will stay out an extra lap. Denny Hamlin will take the race lead. Here at Atlanta, late in the race, a caution come out now. Denny Hamlin is your race leader. Hamlin's out of fuel. No, he's not. He's still got fuel in the pickup. It looked like he was out of gas. Hamlin probably is going to have to pit. Yes, he does. He knows he's out of fuel. So will that give the race lead over to Edwards? Boyer coming out now. Where is Carl Edwards? Edwards going by turn 1. Edwards to the race lead has gotten by Boyer. Boyer, though, has gotten ahead of Johnson. Late in the race, Carl Edwards regains the race lead. But Boyer has got the fastest car on the track. Johnson gonna try to get by Boyer. Actually, where is Denny? Denny Hamlin. We're trying to find Denny Hamlin. There's Denny. Denny way falling back. He's gonna be way back here. Maybe back behind Kyle Busch again, where he was earlier. Johnson was running down. Edwards. Edwards now has a 3-second lead. It was actually bigger than that earlier. It was a 4-second lead before pit stops. Johnson has gained via pit stops. And you can see Boyer is not that good on fresh tires. It took him a couple laps. Contact! Boyer into the wall. Biffle into the fence as well. Wow, Boyer and Biffle into the wall late in the race. And that really has messed Boyer up. Boyer definitely struggling. Johnson having a battle with lap traffic. Carl Edwards will go through with ease. Coming through turns 3 and 4 to take the white flag. Carl Edwards looking to be the first multi-time winner here in the 2008 season. Over 3.5 second lead. Coming through 3 and 4 for the final time today. Carl Edwards is going to win at Atlanta. Wow, Boyer fell all the way back to 8th. David Rudiman will come home 9th. Tony Stewart will come home in 10th. So Carl Edwards, here's your official standings. Edwards, Johnson, Biffle, Burton, Martin, Jr., Gordon, Boyer, Rudiman, Stewart, Reagan, Kenseth, Hamlin, Busch, Kyle Busch, Truex, Vickers, Sadler, Quapple, McMurray, Allmendinger, Waltrip, Menard, Blaney. And there's the rest of your finishing order. A lot of cars got taken out in that lap 20 wreck. Harvick on down was all in the lap 20 wreck. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys next week. I believe we're in Bristol, baby. As Carl Edwards will win the Kobalt Tools 500. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've done Atlanta.